So, after 4 years of journaling, I've come to fully recognize the power in scripting my goals and organizing my days on paper and just finding clarity throughout the process. Journaling has truly been such a game changer for me for staying focused and reflecting on my growth. So, today I'm going to take you guys along while I set up my 2025 journal. I'm so excited. It's literally designed to help you manifest all of your goals and make 2025 your best year yet. The very first thing that I like to do is actually to personalize the cover of my journal. I feel like so many journals on the market just look kind of boring and they don't feel like me. So I always love painting the cover of my journal to make it something that I'm excited to pick up and use every day. This is obviously just a personal preference and you can definitely skip this step, but also, you know what? Just like romanticize your life a little bit. Add some personal touches to the things that you use. It's gonna make life a little bit more fun and it also just gives style. For me, I drew a little butterfly on the cover. I'm personally so obsessed with butterflies, and for the past 3 years, all my journals I've drawn butterflies on them, so I just kept up with the theme. To kick off the journal this year, I decided to write a little manifestation letter to myself from future me. I actually got this idea from TikTok. I'm gonna link her name below, but basically the concept is to write a letter as if it's 1 year later as yourself, describing all the things that you achieved and accomplished in 2025 and write down your emotions and all of that. The trick is to write it in past tense. So instead of saying oh, I want to travel a lot in 2025, you would say in 2025, I traveled a lot with my friends and I had such an amazing time. And then while you're writing, you're supposed to visualize your dream year as if it already happens and just really kind of feeling those emotions, feeling gratitude. I think this is such a good exercise even if you're not into manifestation or you're not very spiritual. Our thoughts and feelings have so much influence on us, and by writing down what we want for 2025 as if it already happened, we're basically planting those ideas in our minds. And when those ideas are clear, our brain just starts naturally working towards these goals without us even realizing it, and it's just such a great way to set the tone for the year ahead. So after you write the letter, seal it off, put it somewhere where you're not going to open it for an entire year. I personally just made a little envelope and stuck it on the first page of my journal. For the second page, I'm doing a 2025 ins and outs list. Essentially, you're writing two lists, one for the things you want to bring in and the other for the things you're ready to let go. Your ins could be habits or goals that you're ready to welcome. For example, prioritizing self-care, girls trips, cooking more, stuff like that. For your outs, just think of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. So for example, procrastination, toxic relationships. Again, this exercise is so simple, but it's so effective in just reflecting on the things that you want more of and what you're ready to leave behind in the new year. Okay, the next couple of pages are my absolute favorite. I'm creating my 2025 vision board right in my journal. Okay, let me make a case for this. While traditional vision boards are great, they can be kind of inconvenient. Maybe you don't have the perfect spot to put it, or you're traveling a lot, so you're not actually seeing your vision board a lot, which is kind of the whole point of it. That's why this year I'm putting my vision board right inside my journal. It's compact, it's portable, it's always with me, everywhere I go. This way I can revisit my goals whenever I want to. Plus, it just feels so much more personal and intentional to flip through your journal and see where you're at throughout your journey. And that wraps up the spreads that I used to kick off the year, all focused on setting intentions and goals. Now, moving on to my monthly spread, I feel like I've genuinely nailed down the layout of it over the years. I'm not a crazy bullet journaler, and I honestly feel like having way too much stuff going on in my journal kind of throws off my willingness to use the journal, especially because I'm super lazy. So my spreads are very simple but effective in organizing my thoughts and my plans. I usually do one page dedicated to the monthly calendar where I can jot down the most important dates. I use Google Calendar more for scheduling anyway, so this doesn't have to be a big spread. And then the page next to it, I write down my monthly goals as well as the most important things that I want to get done this month so I can hold myself accountable. The next two pages are a check-in and a brain dump page. It's really for just writing down my feelings and thoughts at the start of the month so I can gauge where I am at mentally and physically. Next is the planner section. This is, again, so simple, but honestly effective. I just divide 2 pages into 7 days of the week and section them off, so it gives me space to jot down important tasks and plans for each day. It's straightforward and functional, making it easy to stay on top of everything without feeling overwhelmed. And that's basically it. For the rest of the year, I usually just like repeat my monthly spread over and over again until it's like the end of the year. I didn't dedicate any specific pages for creative things like writing or drawing. I feel like it just keeps the journal more flexible and lets me fill it up in a way that's more natural and spontaneous. Okay, and that's my 2025 journal setup. Oh my god, I really hope that this gave you some sort of inspiration to make your own journal setup that helps you keep track with your goals this year. And remember, journaling is such a personal thing. There is no right or wrong the way you're doing it, as long as you're, planning out your goals, setting intentions, and staying organized. As long as it serves you, that's the perfect journal. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.